Hi guys, welcome back to Self Literacy. It's another takeover. That's boom.
It's not a takeover. You're just hanging out. You didn't take over anything. You're having a conversation with me. I think you should be like a co-host.
Oh my god, is this bait?
What do you guys think?
No, I don't think I have the personality. Yeah, we'll comment at the end of this. Tell me of the episode. But welcome
Yeah.
back to Self Literacy. Good to
Welcome.
have everybody back. Um, I was saying I'm the first guest to come back. No other guest has done that. Nobody.
Are you saying? Are you implying that I sell dreams? Is that what you're implying?
I don't know. Did you tell them they'd come back?
That's what I said, but none of them have, hit me up to say, "Yo, I want to come back."
No, that's their fault.
It's their fault, right?
And also,
I'm glad we agree on that.
ish man, it's not Zboo. You understand what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
It's not. Zboo has that thing, man.
What does that mean? I need you to explain what that means. It's Buddha has that thing.
It's just, man, everybody knows Boo. I mean,
Everybody likes Boo.
I hope, well, I don't know, but I hope so.
I think so.
I hope
Dude,
so.
you were saying earlier on that flying takes a toll on your back.
Oh, yeah, goodness grief. So, yeah, I came back.
Is your back sore?
Yeah, not so like pain, but it's like, when you work out,
Yeah?
when you have a proper back session. Yeah, like it does. It takes. We need to go flying actually one of these days.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you. I'll let you fly.
Okay. That would be cool.
Yeah. And then you'll see. Okay, yeah, it's booze, right?
So I was saying, because I was at the gym early on, right?
Yeah.
And I had a stretching session. And it made me realize that a lot of people aren't actually sad or miserable or depressed. They just need to stretch, bruh.
It felt that good.
There's something about stretching.
Yeah.
We are carrying stuff that we're not familiar with or we're not aware of. I beg your pardon. And once you stretch, you're gonna feel like a new person.
That's actually quite interesting. I don't stretch, dude, and I need to actually.
You know what you should do?
Start
Maybe
stretching.
maybe invest in you see a roller?
Oh, the foam roller thing.
Yeah, invest in that thing.
The thing is, I'm half Zulu, half Xhosa, so
What does that have to do with
I was made for the mountains.
Okay. What's what having?
I'm just saying.
What's what having?
Not like it's a good thing, but
What's what lebullo?
I was made. I could have.
Those are two different things, bro.
No, but seriously, I think stretching is so important. And you're right. Even like when your body feels, what do you call it? Like after a workout,
Yeah.
that stiffness. As soon as you stretch, dude, goodness.
I remember I had a session a couple of months here in my lounge. Did a couple of exercises. Dude, I felt like a brand new person afterwards.
Mm.
Yeah. Stretching, the some release that happens.
Yeah, no, straight up. Even just when you wake up, get out of bed, one of the first things you do is stretch. Yeah. And yeah. No, I agree.
100%. Anyway, how you doing, bro?
I'm so good.
How are
I
you?
don't even want to lie to you. I'm so good. How are you?
I'm tired, dude. Like,
USA.
I'm tired. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. I actually want to take a break this week. So hopefully everything goes accordingly.
What does that look like?
Look, I just signed a contract with some guys in Namibia.
Congrats, dude.
Thank you, sir. So we need to start working as soon as yesterday.
But what does a break look like for Booty voice?
That's a good question.
Because a lot of people talk about I need a break, I want a break, but they never actually think or even know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Some people a break is I'm just working from home.
Look, a break for me is twofold. So I need to be by the beach somewhere.
You need water. You need the
Yeah.
ocean.
And I don't even have to swim.
Yeah.
I can just see it. That's enough. Or I need a lot of greenery.
Oh, okay. Be in nature.
Yeah. And a break for me is leaving Johannesburg,
Yeah. I can understand that.
being outside of Johannesburg.
Yeah.
That's what a break is for me.
That's why I could never work in Cape Town. Or I don't understand how they do it in Cape Town.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I hear you.
Because you look outside your office and there's a
It's
beach.
vibes.
Dude, people are there swimming at the beach. That's so weird to
I hear you.
Or you're in 7 a.m. traffic.
But I mean, I think you get over it
Yeah.
at some point. It's not as exciting. You know what I
But
mean?
how sad that is.
I hear that, chat. I
For
really
Cape
do.
Town not to like
But also,
excite you.
Cape Town is not the same anymore. It doesn't. I was there. This damn mic. I was there. When was I? I think May. I was there. It's just not the same, man.
Mm.
It's not the same, and you have like a lot of these digital nomads, you know, because of COVID, a lot of people started, working a a hybrid structure,
Yes.
right? Some people started working at home,
Yeah.
and if you're working at home, say I'm based in London
Yeah.
and I'm working at home or from home, I don't need to be there.
You don't need to be in London.
No, I don't need to be in London.
Yeah.
So I can come to South Africa and come and live my best life here. And that's what a lot of people are doing.
Oh, okay. I
A
see
lot of
what you're
people
saying.
are, especially from like triad countries,
Yeah.
they are coming to South Africa, in particular Cape Town.
Yeah.
And remember, these guys come with like your pounds, dollars, euros, etc.
Yeah.
Very mature currencies. So now a lot of the people in Cape Town are actually competing with these guys in terms of standard of living, cost of living, and which is sad.
Mm.
And so you don't enjoy Cape Town anymore because everything is just so expensive,
Yeah.
unnecessarily so. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And just because I can afford something doesn't mean now I should pay whatever it is that you're saying I should pay. No,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that.
No, Cape Town, but uh, you're right. Even when we were there in December, Cape Town's expensive,
And they tripled the price, right? They fourpled the price.
especially that festive season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, you need to understand these things. I bought a hat. What day is it today? On Friday, I went to China Mall to go buy a hat. Well, buy a couple of stuff.
okay.
So I wanted to buy it. Well, eventually I bought it. Asked the lady in the shop, how much is this hat? And I'm a serial negotiator, just by the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not.
that is something you should know about me. I don't just accept the first price.
Yeah,
So I'm like, how much is this? She says 450. I'm like, nah, my friend has this. He spent like 300 or 250.
and she.
And she's like, nah, 450. And then she says, okay, 400. I'm like, nah. She says 350. I'm like, nah.
So you got it down to 300.
Nah, listen. So I then put it back, right? The hat, and then I leave the store. But then I'm like, no, man, I like that hat. So as I left the store, the lady also went out.
Or to come.
No,
Call.
no. She went out.
Yeah.
She went to go do her stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, man, I actually like the hat. And so I went back to the store. I took the hat and I went to where the till is.
Yeah.
And the owner was there. The owner of the shop was there. So I'm like, how much is this? And he says 250. Exactly.
What?
He says
So-
250, bro.
So what was
And
she gonna
I'm
do
just
with
like-
the?
Yo,
So what? She was gonna pocket the rest? I don't understand.
I don't know because I was paying with my card.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying cash.
Because at some point you're going to the till, right? Unless she handles the whole thing. That's wild.
Yeah, but these are things that we need to be cognizant of. So yeah, Cape Town. That's why I don't like to travel or go on holiday in December. That's always been my philosophy.
You did say
I've always worked during December. I believe, and this is just me, I believe that there's a lot of money to be made
in
in
December.
December. Yeah, because everyone is gone. So, and this, like the verse that talks about laborers and the harvest
Mm.
is plentiful,
Yes,
but the laborers are
a few.
few.
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
December for me has always been like we're going away. I'm
I hear you.
I'm out. You know,
I've reframed how I
think about.
look at a lot of stuff, right? So I'm just like, even when I buy like certain clothes, say I want to buy like winter clothes,
Yeah.
I
Wait until.
I wait until the end of summer, yeah, and then I go
Wait. You wait until the beginning of summer or
the end,
the end of summer
yeah,
for winter clothes.
yeah.
Isn't it expensive then?
No, it's not
Really?
because they want to clear the old stuff
Oh, do you wait for the end of summer to go get summer clothes?
to get winter clothes.
Oh, okay. That's
Yes.
interesting. I know the sale, like now, there's a 50% sale at, we can't. There's a 50% sale at a store for winter stuff.
So, for instance, this cardigan,
Yeah.
right? I bought it. Um, I bought it. Actually, I bought it during autumn, just before the transition in season,
Yeah.
right? I think I bought a couple of things. If those things were not on sale, I would have spent about 5 point something.
Serious.
If they were not on sale,
Okay.
on sale, I think I spent about 2,000 something, and it was like over 8 items, clothing
Oh.
items.
Speaking of clothing, Josh and I were talking about something
Yeah.
quite interesting today.
What?
We were talking about like brands that are expensive but are like ratchet.
Okay, give me a list.
This is my opinion, but hey, like I was like, hey, bro, Versace and Gucci are ratchet.
I can see why you guys would say that.
Now, he doesn't agree. He says there's pieces that you can grab.
It's like the NBA now.
What do you mean?
Like every corner you go around,
Yeah.
there's a person with an NBA.
Oh, NBA. Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before you knew only like a selected few had this qualification.
Yeah.
Now it's like every Tom, Dick, and Harry
Has an NBA.
has it, and I think the same is applicable when it comes to like LV and
What was I
Gucci.
thinking? Because
Everyone has it. You know what I mean?
dude,
And it's like, no, but that one, no, that's not a real one.
I feel like it lost its
That's my goal.
class,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. So even like with the NBA, like I'll only take you seriously as an NBA holder
Yeah.
if you come from like a powerful institution, like the institution I go to.
Did they pay you for advertising,
No,
Ricardo?
I didn't. I just love that school.
Yeah.
I love that school. It's yeah. I got my assignment mark today. Just by the way, I did well, but anyway, I was complaining to Zboo, saying, dude, I'm going to email my professor
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm like a couple of marks shy from a distinction.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I can see why you would say
But then we
they
didn't leave
ratchet.
it just as clothes. We went to like cars as well.
Okay.
So, which car would you say? Like, which car brand would you say is expensive but ratchet? And ratchet being like, it doesn't have class. It doesn't have. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, I feel like Mercedes has remained the same.
No, that's an elegant brand.
Yeah, yeah, it's elegant, but come on, you are the same.
The only Mercedes I would say is categorized with that is the G wagon.
I don't know, man. BMW as well has been like,
BMW is
oh my
worse.
gosh, I'm just like, what is this car that looks like a it looks like a brick. I
But
think
it's not just about the look. I guess it's also like because Josh and I started diving into it. Like, why actually do we think these? But it's also like how we see them. Like for example, the 325i, right? You never see somebody take a C180 coupe, go and spin it like a gushesh. You understand what I'm saying? And it's yeah, there's a car, there's a certain lifestyle and sharp. It's for you, you know.
I hear you.
But I feel like it takes away from that classiness that BMW is trying to have.
Yeah, it's I don't know what happened. I mean, I was home this past weekend and I got to drive my dad's 7 Series.
Oh, that's a nice car.
Oh my gosh.
Which one? Seven.
It's a 728, I think.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's dude, driving that car feels like you are in a spaceship.
Yeah. You shouldn't drive actually.
You can't even feel that you're driving. It doesn't even
You
feel like
shouldn't.
it's like
You shouldn't drive. 7 Series. As soon as you get to 7 Series, you need a drive.
I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I think because we've experienced such cars, what we're seeing now is not even close to that.
Mm.
And so there's a lot of bashing that we do towards the new produce and all of that. Look, I feel like, sure, Mercedes is, you know, you look at the three cars, Mercedes, Audi, and
Oh,
BMW.
Audis are nice.
It's very nice. Audi gives you comfort.
I feel like performance as well.
BMW gives you the driver experience. And I'll qualify that just now. And then Mercedes, obviously, elegance, luxury, right? Every time I'm inside a BMW, dude, I feel like I'm playing. It feels like I'm about to play Need for Speed. Like I just want to do all these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Audi, it's different. I want to relax. You know, stretch my feet, enjoy the comfort. With Mercedes, I haven't really been inside like that brand because I don't really like it. I think I've expressed
Yeah,
this.
you said. I mean,
I don't think this unless it's like the Maybach.
oh, that's a car. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah, that's really like the only car that I'm willing to say, you know what, I can purchase that car. But anything else, I've never really paid attention to.
Funny enough, I would actually see Audi as the one with, like, they look like speed monsters. Like when you look at an Audi, I actually don't see I just see sport. Like I look at the
The
um
Quattro,
what's the Quattro?
yeah, the Audi. So because of the Quattro, I
What's the
think
Quattro?
because of that, I don't know how to explain that. But I
The
get
lights.
no, I get what you mean though.
They all look like, even the RS series.
I get what you mean.
Goodness grief. Even the A series up until A7.
Yeah.
There's an A8 now.
Yes, there's been an a
Yeah, it goes up to A8. I mean, dude.
they actually did a versus with I think it was a Mercedes. I can't remember which one, and the Audi A8. They did a versus there. I'm gonna find that video and share it with you.
No.
That's when I realized that
No, I'm
Audi's
okay.
actually a beast of a car. Hey,
No, that thing has performance. I don't know. I know people tend to say sharp it's BMW with performance, right? But I think they say that when they compare it to like Mercedes.
yeah,
And I'll give it to it. Like sharp, I think BMW in terms of performance, I mean, you can't really hold a candle to like an M2 and M4.
but that's
You
what
know?
that's what I'm saying. Whenever I get inside a BMW, and it's with every BMW,
So
dude, I can get inside a Range Rover. I'm not gonna have that mindset. I can get inside an Audi,
yeah,
a Mercedes. I'm not gonna have that mindset immediately.
get into it.
I promise you, bro. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like because we've experienced these cars um, in for lack of a better word, their fullness.
Mm.
You look at what is being put together right now. You're like, ah, man, what is this? So yeah, a lot of the new cars I'm not feeling. I feel like Mercedes has been producing the same thing.
The shape hasn't changed in a while.
Yeah, right. Sure, one can uh, come here and say, but if it's not broken, don't fix it. But I mean, we evolve and the technology evolves, and yeah, our thinking evolves, our creativity evolves, and
Yeah,
so our products should
should
evolve
evolve.
as well. It's like when you look at this watch and you look at the last number watch, that that's a beautiful watch, man.
What is
The,
it?
the
That's
the the Apple, the
yeah.
big one.
I haven't seen it actually.
That's a beautiful watch, bro.
Serious?
It's when you're wearing that, it feels like you're wearing a watch.
Oh wow.
Yes, we are wearing watches at Tech.
Yes, we are. Okay.
It's just that I'm not crazy about stuff like that. But if I was, I would have probably bought it, and it's quite expensive. So I feel like Mercedes should just evolve in design, and yeah,
I think Merc had its best design work. 2000s, 2010s. After 2015, got sketchy. But the 90s stuff is really good.
yeah.
I think if when I get money, I'ma drive.
But you see, this is that's a problem. We shy away, or we drift away from the DNA, right? Um, it's like Apple. Tim Cook, who's the CEO
Yeah,
of Apple right now, he's tried everything. There's a time when, well, 2015, 2016, 2017, I think, where they wanted to penetrate the Indian market,
yeah,
and he was hiring people
from India.
to sort of like be in
Oh,
that market,
okay. Yeah.
right? But he would fire the person like a year in, get a new person. That person would be replaced. And sometimes we say if it's not broken, don't change it. And we let things remain the same. It's a problem, I think. Sometimes we do too much. So I think Mercedes has to find a middle ground.
I guess, but dude, I don't think they can.
No, they should.
Oh,
Look, can denotes ability. So they
God, okay.
so they definitely can. Are they willing to?
I don't know, cause you look at just car, and we're not car people. I don't know how we
No,
got
we're
here.
not.
But if you just look at the innovation of cars and the shapes that they're going to, I can't see them going like to 90 stuff or even 2000 stuff. It's just outdated.
But what they should then do is look at GVCs, plow into global value chains, right? Apple iPhone,
Oh, you know what they could do?
what?
You see how Jordan, like Nike, always recycles sneakers?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Like, no, listen. They could bring back the hits, man. Because a lot of those cars are not in like production anymore. You can
I hear you, but I mean, dude, am I gonna want to buy that something like that?
trust me. If you look at a C180 1980s coupe,
Nah, dude.
you'd buy it.
Let them just plow into GVCs, into global value chains. As I was saying, Apple does not manufacture its stuff.
Okay.
It does not assemble its stuff. There's a global chain. So the Samsung does some of um, Apple's thingies, parts. Just
Okay.
by the way, I think the screen and some of the stuff. I just forgot the list. I need to look at that list again. Remind myself of that list. But basically, with global value chains, what happens is you tap into people's. Hey, what are you zoning out? You tap
I'm
into
thinking.
you tap into different values, right?
Yeah.
So, for instance, this Apple would have the people who manufacture the parts. the assembly would then be done in Taiwan,
Okay.
right? And then maybe India would do this. So everyone has a strength that you tap into,
Mm.
right? And that's how you sort of like tap into creativity. So I think Mercedes, I think it should be doing something like that. I believe it should be doing something like that. But if it's not, I would recommend that it actually taps into that, because then you can get something from another place that you don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's what I think.
Yeah. But how would that help them find the middle ground? Because there'll be pools of like more opinions, or
No, no, it's not. It's not more opinion. So it's like, how do I say this? So you look at the hand
okay,
or the body.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the body is a much better example. The nose can't do what the mouth does.
yeah,
The mouth can't do what the finger does.
yeah,
So everyone has their role.
mm,
Wantlalohan.
mm,
And with that role, they bring value.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I hear you. I think they should just bring back the hits. But
I hear you.
yeah,
This is,
but
look, bro, I'm in business school right now, so my lens is
yeah.
different. You
So
know?
I'm realizing, I'm like, okay, this is a serious business conversation. I was
Yeah,
like,
so I
oh,
look at things different. So when you say that, I'm like, okay, what are the pros? What are the cons?
mm,
Right? Okay, what framework can we apply? And so yeah, it's that's why I'm like, I appreciate my institution,
yeah.
and this is not a paid promotion, just by the way.
Are you
What?
sure?
No, it's not. It's not. Dude, I wanted to chat to you about something.
Mm.
My primary school, the primary school that I went to in Bloemfontein, Fauna Primary School.
Okay.
There was some stuff happening last week where the school, I don't know who at the school,
Okay.
but they actually told the learners to come dressed as opposite genders. And I'm just like, what's up with that?
That's crazy. I feel like we're in South Africa. We're in Africa. Like, and that's such a that's such an American thing to do. You know, in America, that's where they are really pushing this agenda. And I don't know if it's I'm very shocked by that actually. Because there's very few places, or let me say, yeah, there's very few schools you could go to where they would cater to something like that. As far as I know.
Yeah.
As far as I know. So, yeah, there's an agenda, bro. There's an agenda, and yeah, we can
I
go.
feel like this is such a safe answer, though. Hey, man, speak your mind.
Dude, okay, speaking my mind, I've never liked how they have, especially
No problem.
targeted kids when it comes to these things of sexuality, discovering who you are, and because kids are so vulnerable, like kids will believe anything you tell them, and parents, I think we tend to be so into I need to provide, I need to do other things that you don't even know your child's ideologies, the things that they're growing up with, and what they are being told at school. You understand what I'm
And
saying?
all of that is shaping them.
Is shaping them. There was
Yeah.
even a time where, you know, Camilla Harris,
Yeah.
the lady that's running,
Yeah. President.
she was trying to pass a bill in Los Angeles when she was still the attorney general there, that if parents don't affirm their children, something like that, that they should be charged and given a fine or something like that. Like they were basically trying to make it criminal for you as a parent to say, no, at home we do not believe in these things, and my child cannot be transsexual.
Yeah, but she's always been a controversial one.
No, but I'm just saying it's almost like this. It's like a strategic attack on
Yeah,
children, and
yeah,
almost trying to take away the power from
yeah.
parents. I mean, there's so many schools in America where, in America, in some states, your child doesn't have to tell you, or the school doesn't have to tell you that your child thinks they're transsexual. I'm serious. Imagine your child could literally dress a certain way out of your house, change, and the school doesn't have to tell you. And they have publicly spoken to their teachers, the counselors, and everybody knows
So this
except
is
for you.
past.
Yeah, it's a law. Some laws allow for those things. And it's dangerous. It's such a dangerous thing. And I know, this is not to say some parents aren't abusive, right? Some parents are.
100%.
But to take away, let's not go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah,
You can't take, let's try and find something a bit more
a
moderate.
balance. Yeah,
Because you can't take all the power away from parents. Like, parents are there for a
but
reason.
also this is my child. Who do you think you are?
That's how I remember there's a video of a black woman coming into the
Yeah,
class,
dude.
ripping up the rainbow what, and she's like, you're supposed to be teaching these kids history. I don't understand why you're teaching these kids these things.
Because my thing is, sorry to interject. My thing is, these are future leaders.
Dude.
In fact, the future of this world that we live in.
So do you see why I say it's strategic?
It's scary, dog.
It's so strategic. You can even see it in, like, just look at one day, just search the rise in percentage of people that are part of the LGBTQ plus community compared from now. I mean, yeah, you can even say from like the 90s or whatever,
Yeah,
or even let's make it from the 60s till now. The rise is crazy.
yeah, I can imagine.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's very strategic. They want it to be at some point that it's a norm,
we can't allow that.
that it's a norm. Like, every child has some sort of gender identity.
Can't allow that.
So it's very strategic. It's very, very wicked. It's very. I see it for what it is.
Yeah, and you know what? Now, I'm even starting to think about like homeschooling. Um, it's something that I've pondered on, and I don't have kids as yet.
Mm.
But just like, because remember, when you think about it, your child spends most of their time at school.
Yeah.
Yes, they live with us, etc. But most of the time they spend at school,
Yeah.
and you are not aware of, or rather, you are not in that environment. To number one, protect from certain things or shield from certain things.
Yeah.
You know, one moment your child is perfectly fine. Even the conversations that you guys have and get into are normal conversations. The next moment, your child comes and, they start asking you questions like, why am I not wearing pink stuff? Why am I not wearing, um, what do you call this? Heels.
Yeah.
And I feel like, if, especially churches, if we don't start partnering up with, in particular, the minister of education.
Yeah.
And just by the way, I have her on my Instagram. We follow each other. So I think I should actually send her a DM and say, yo,
Yeah.
we got to fix this nonsense. But the church, especially, their task is, what was that?
I don't know.
Dude, that thing is not charging.
Oh.
Yeah. And we need to charge that thing, that computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we gotta start again.
No, we're not going to start again.
Okay.
You're just plugging it in. Are you going to plug it? Should I plug it? There's a thing there, the head. So I plugged it in, but I didn't plug the head in.
No, it's fine. Plug it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me finish my thoughts, actually. I was saying, the church has a very strategic task
Mm.
that it needs to fulfill in fighting all these evils that are happening in society.
Mm.
because I can tell you for a fact that, especially in schools, I don't know what these people think about. I don't know what is going on in their heads, etc. But I cannot imagine you telling learners come dressed as certain as opposite genders. So I don't know who's advising the teachers, management, headmaster, etc. But the church has to partner up with the minister, um, with the education ministry,
Mm.
to curb all these things, to combat these things. Because if that does not happen, we who are gonna be parents,
Yeah.
we're gonna we're gonna have a lot of trouble, and we're gonna face a lot of problems.
I hear that, but I think the other thing that we need to touch on is parents need to learn to get more involved in the school when it comes to like student body, voting certain things, looking at what you're signing. Because I think sometimes, yeah, we can go to the Minister of Education, right? But as far as I know, none of these things are by law. So it's a culture, it's a choice for the school to do what they want to do. So, with that said, if you were part of the decision making of the culture of the school, then you can make certain decisions that allow for, especially as Christians, that don't allow for our morals to be compromised. Sorry, you know. And I think sometimes, um, the thing is, I'm not a parent, so I don't know what that looks like, how it feels to go to work, come back, and you still have to be part of these things. But I do think sometimes as parents, you know, they tend to like take a back seat and say, no, it's fine. I've put them in school. They'll raise them. They'll make the decisions. Whereas you have a lot of power, actually.
You do have a lot of power. I hear that, Smooth. But you are gonna have, every generation has complacency in terms of parents and their involvement in school matters, etc. So you need to have bodies that are gonna fight the good fight,
Mm.
that are gonna stand up, because some people don't even know that they have the power. Some parents do know, but still, it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel like we need bodies, again, the church, to
That's
stand
what
up, to stand up and say, nah.
that's what I'm saying. In them standing up, like just get more involved in your school. That's the first step. Before we go and talk to the Minister of Education. I always say like if you want the government to clean up your street, how clean is your house? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I hear
have
that.
you done your part in that sense? If it's a law thing, then yeah, we gotta go to the bodies involved. But a lot of this stuff is not by law. Like they don't have to do these things by law. You don't have to tell kids, okay, tomorrow is opposite gender day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the culture of the school or the culture of that teacher. And if you're part of the decision making of the culture, then yeah, those things
I
are
would
okay.
actually ensure that that teacher gets fired, hey?
You can, if you're part of the student body, you can have
But also,
disciplinary
not
action.
everyone can be part of the student body.
Why? As far as I know.
Capacity.
Okay, yeah, true, true. But are you telling me all Christian parents like
But right now, we are not just speaking Christian parents. We're talking parents in
parents? Okay.
in general.
No, I hear that, but I do think it's more possible than you think. Because I don't, both parents, and I know not every child comes from a two-parent home,
100%.
you know, but surely there's some sort of way for you to get your morals represented within the school. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that.
So I think there's a way. I don't know. But again, I'm also not a parent, so I don't know.
Yeah, look,
I don't.
whoever even told the learners to do that, yeah, they should lose their job, dude.
No, dude, this is a strategic attack. That's why you see them go and read. Have you seen the reading day by drag queens in America? America's a wild place. But yeah, things like that where they go and read to children in
America has no God. No gods like that.
Yeah, it's a wild place. Or even like things like where kids are supposed to be watching, like the Paris Olympic ceremony, the opening, where you think, oh, okay, I can let my kids watch these things, but then there's an agenda like that. It's so strategic. They can't even tell me it's not. If you look at cartoons nowadays, there's a cartoon called, I think it's Hell of a Life or something. But John, it's demonic from the start. It's about hell and making hell.
I think I saw something like that.
Yeah, but the characters there are kind of transgender. They all go by he and whatever, but they're all in relationship with each other.
Non-binary.
Yeah, like we don't really understand who's the woman, who's the man, and it's like it's this fluidness of relationship, and it's a cartoon. I think it's like the age for it is like 13 at the most. So it's an agenda on the future. Like it really is strategic. They understand that most adults are set in their ways and they have a certain moral compass that you cannot really touch. You understand what I'm saying?
Look, I think we need to fight, bro. I think we need to push back really, really hard.
What does that look like though?
It means speaking up.
Okay.
Means standing up, being firm, challenging these people, bodies.
But the issue with challenging, they see it as a hate crime.
Well, look, it is what it is.
Like,
Buddha, it is what it is.
so we must. Thing is, I can hear, like, if I can debate somebody and we can have a proper conversation, cool. But these people, it's they really think it's a hate crime.
Well, I know that it's not a hate crime.
Yeah, you know, but
So, look, I'm not gonna allow them to make their problems my problems.
yeah, as you should.
There's a lot at stake, bro.
There is.
There really is a lot at stake. And I think a lot of the times we, look at these things or take these things at face value. It's like what our pastor has been preaching about, well, what he preached about yesterday. And the analogy he did or the example he did of the fish. As a Christian, you're saved, and that's all you care about. You care about your salvation, you care about your walk and your walk in salvation alone. And you're around a lot of people who are lost.
Yeah.
You are around a lot of people who don't have Jesus in their lives, some people don't even know about this Jesus. They've never encountered this Jesus. And I think I told you this, that I was on a call with my cousin a couple of weeks ago, and they were expressing to me how people have been dying, etc. And that concerned me, right? And I remember asking him, yo, do you know the salvation prayer? Have you done the salvation prayer? And the response was no. And I was like, can we pray this? This is over the phone.
Yeah.
And we prayed, right? And one of the things I told him was, oftentimes we think being a good person is going to take you to heaven. That doing good and not stepping on people's toes,
Yeah.
etc., is going to take you to heaven. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah.
You need to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
You need to be born again for you to go to heaven. And so the same is applicable, right? We need to stand up. We need to speak out because, like I said, a lot is at stake.
Yeah.
The future of this world is at stake. Yeah, bro. So whether a person, what's going on now there? Whether a person says or thinks this is hate crime, what's happening there?
I think it's all.
Or not. Hey man,
Okay.
no,
What's
no.
going on?
Honestly, no.
Yeah,
We gotta speak out, bro.
I hear you. And I think you're right. There needs to be a certain urgency when it comes to us as Christians, you know, as our pastor was saying, that there really does need to be a fruitfulness that comes with your walk with Christ. You know what I'm saying? That we need to have, um, yeah, a heart for people that are lost, a heart for people that might be believing. Because I genuinely, I have so much empathy for them, actually. It's not like, I know sometimes they tend to think like Christians hate or Christians don't like them, but I genuinely have empathy for them because it's like, bro, I wish you knew. I wish you knew. I wish you knew. Because I know they come from a good place. Well, most of them, I pray most of them do. And you just see how I've seen so many videos of people actually get the true gospel and they look in their face and they're like, I just didn't know. Or like how many testimonies of people, that give their life to Christ from that group of people. And you can just see that it was deception. You
100%.
understand?
100%. I mean, I found God. I saw a guy who was just, yeah, that guy was bad. And his life took an entire 180 degree.
Mm.
This guy used to commit a lot of criminal activities. One day, and he was always high. You could tell that this guy was always on substances. And one day, this guy was a different breed.
He just
He
changed.
was just different.
Yeah.
And there was something about him. And you could tell it was, dude, it was so clear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I started wondering. I thought to myself, what is this? I also want this. Though there was resistance for a couple of weeks. I mean, he would invite me to church, and I was never interested. And this is 10 years ago,
Yeah.
2014. I was never interested,
Yeah.
but he never gave up.
And
You
he
know,
asked you until you gave.
yeah. And then I had a Jacob moment. I've shared the story so many times. I had a Jacob moment where a lot was happening in my life, and I think God was so intentional and so strategic to let me be alone at that particular time.
Yeah.
I was alone in the house. Everyone had left. I was alone, and I was gonna be alone for like an entire weekend, I think. And yeah, I encountered something that I had never encountered before, and I knew that I had to respond to this.
But do you see that? Can we just talk about him for a little bit?
Yeah.
Like that change you saw. I think that is also so important in the Christian community.
Hmm.
The way we live and considering how other people are looking at us
Yes.
and the testimony of just living a Christian life. That's why when our pastor asked the question yesterday, if if the future of Christianity was based on how you live, what kind of future that would look like? And I think that's such a good question because I think sometimes as Christians we tend to have this thing of, okay, I love Jesus. I'm going to spread the gospel. I'm going to talk about Jesus. But you don't live like Jesus is your Lord. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? There's no, like when the world looks at you and you talk about Jesus, they're like, we're the
It's the
same.
same thing.
So, I mean, what do you want us to do? Fine. We
Yeah.
also love Jesus. you know?
I get that, Chad. I get that, Chad. It's a very pertinent question that he asked. Yeah, and you saw an entire 180 happen in his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to be
Can
like
I,
that salt.
can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Does he know?
Does he know what?
That's what convinced you.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Is he still in the church?
I am. I don't think so. Hey.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I think? I think. Oh, just by the way, um, we did say earlier on that we should co-host self literacy, right? So we want to hear from you if you think that's a good idea or not.
Okay.
Um, but should we have another episode, you and I? One thing that I would want us to talk about is church offense.
Oh, that's a good topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of people get offended at church
So sad.
and they leave and they never come back
So sad.
and they suffer. Because I've realized and I've learned that the moment you disinvite God out of your life, you invite chaos.
Yeah.
So, should we have another episode, you and I? I really would love us to explore
I'd love to explore the
that
stories.
topic. You know,
The stories.
so I think he might have been offended. I don't think he's part of our church anymore. Um, yeah, dude. Yeah, but yes, we gotta fight. There's a lot at stake. You're gonna have kids one day.
No, definitely. By God's grace, I will have kids, and
You are gonna have
I'm
kids.
already even looking at the schools.
You're gonna have kids, and you need to protect them by all cost.
Yeah, no, you have to. You have to. It's part of your responsibility as a parent.
100%. There's a lot that I wanted us to talk about. I wanted us to talk about Pastor Mboro,
Ish,
but
dude.
that's also that one. We can't just touch and go with it.
We can't, because I was telling you, I saw the video. Um, I don't know why, as to why, but yeah, he went to a school with a panga, and he was making demands, and the other people he went to had like weapons of some sort, and he wanted his grandsons. I don't know for what reason. The sad part is, they burnt down his church.
I saw that.
I think that's the saddest part of it all. Because there's a community of people that are anchored by his church.
You know
And
what we need to talk about? We need to talk about pastors who get ahead of themselves.
you think he got ahead of himself?
Hey man, there's a sacredness that you carry. I feel like you didn't protect that. You didn't shield that.
Yeah, he didn't. But because I told you about he has a documentary, and I was
Oh,
not
there's a documentary.
about him. Yeah, yeah. Before the panga thing, yeah,
Where is it?
it's on YouTube. I'll find it for you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. And these are the kind of people that give Christianity a bad rep.
There's nothing like a false. Not saying that he's. I don't
Yo,
know.
I should tell the story of, gents. Now, your role in your woman's life is very, very important. As a man, lead your woman, please. Because if you don't do that, you guys, you'll come across certain things. Hey, one day, my girl started this Bible study thing.
Okay.
Hey, Bible study.
Yeah.
It was from a different institution.
Not from our church.
No.
Okay.
So one evening I joined. It was online. One evening I joined, and you know me. So I joined and I listen in. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just listening. So as he talking, as we conversing, I say to my girl, I'm like, nah, man, this something's not right here.
Yeah.
Something is really not right here. But long story short, those guys their pastor was some guy from China who called himself God.
What? Oh my god. So he was God teaching a Bible study. Is that?
No, he was not the one teaching.
Oh, he's the church they're at.
Yeah,
The pastor is God.
yeah. So they've expanded into different regions
My goodness.
across the globe, etc.
Oh my goodness.
And I said, thank God that we have the knowledge of God.
No, seriously.
Because I promise you, bro, if we didn't have that, we would have been, what do you call this? Washed out. We would have probably been sold a story, sold a dream, and we would have probably joined that thing. Especially my girl, you know. But we could see what that nonsense was,
Yeah.
and we could see it for what it really was. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, gents, lead your woman correctly, because there's a lot happening in this world.
I heard something interesting today
Yeah.
about false prophets, false words, and the people that consume them. Right?
What about them?
The pastor, I can't remember, but he's doing a study on the book of Revelations where Jesus speaks to the seven churches. And I can't remember which one. But then he referred back to Timothy, where Paul tells Timothy there will be false prophets and people who will no longer want to hear the truth, will want their ears tickled.
Yeah. 100%.
And he was like, the reason there's false prophets is because people actually want to hear from them.
I don't think people want to hear from them.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think people.
I don't know.
I think
bro.
people are gullible.
I don't think all people are gullible.
I think
yes.
people are gullible. People are naive. Yes, 100%. You have what you call post-truth. So
What's
post-truth is basically, you know that there's corruption. You
Okay.
see that there's corruption, but your stance is no, this person is not corrupt. But you know, it's like Zuma, right? You see what he's done,
Yeah.
but you're like, no,
He's still the guy.
yeah. So that is,
But
so you are pushing aside the facts.
But I think there's people who have always known the truth, but because that gospel, right, or that word makes them feel a certain way or fills a gap, or you know how
Yeah, they are being manipulated. It's
No.
manipulation.
I don't think sometimes people know the Bible, dude, and
Dude,
they
you are being manipulated.
all of them,
You are being manipulated.
every single
Yes.
every
It's like a pastor who goes and rapes
no
a girl.
that
It's manipulation.
I'm not talking about that.
No, but I'm bringing that into the conversation right now to say it's a similar concept, you know, because as a girl, right, you are thinking to yourself, no, this is a man of God.
Yeah, this is the man of God.
Yeah, I'm supposed to feel safe and
Yeah.
protected around this person.
Yeah.
And even when they start making advances, you think, okay, you're not sure, but you think, okay, this is still godly, etc. And then it happens. And then after some time, you're like, no, man,
This is not how it's supposed to be.
I was actually raped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are manipulating people. You are using your position in society, right? Which is a high up position to get what you want. So
Yeah.
you are manipulating. It's manipulation. It's manipulation. Some people can see it for what it is, right?
Okay.
And can fight it. Some people can see it, but they still not certain. They still not sure. Oh, hey man, what's going on here? And then something extreme happens, and it's like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into?
Yeah. No, I do understand that.
Yeah.
And I've heard from cult members.
But yes, Doc, I feel like I need to emphasize this. Men, please lead your woman strongly. There's a lot of things happening in this world, and oftentimes women are the target.
Yes.
And if you don't lead your woman strongly, I promise you, it's going to be a problem, man. It's going to be a problem.
I hear you.
Dude, what do you think? Are you going to come back? You think
This,
about it.
This is the last digital footprint that I'll ever have.
I hear you. Okay.
I'm done after this.
Okay. It's fine.
I'm done after this.
It's fine. Let's wrap up, bro. You know, you've been speaking over an hour, you and I. It doesn't feel like it.
You're lying, serious.
Yeah.
Oh, we have.
Yes, we have.
I feel like we didn't even touch.
Nothing. We didn't.
We didn't. Did we get into detail with
No,
anything?
bro. There's certain things I wanted to talk to you about. Living in thy head.
Yo, that's
I wanted to
such a
talk
good
about
topic.
that. Because I feel like there's a lot to explore there.
Mm.
There's a couple of things that I wanted us to talk about. But I think it makes sense for you to come back.
Okay,
Even if it's every second week.
maybe. Good luck.
Okay. Let's wrap up.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe. A lot of you guys just watch and don't subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Follow us on our social media. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. Yeah, that's where you can also interact with us. Ask questions.
Yes, please.
And we'll answer them on the show.
Yes, please.
You know, you don't just have to leave a comment. You can share a question on the self-literacy Instagram page.
100%.
So yeah, follow us.
Follow us. The man has spoken. Sibu Siso, our marketing manager, social media manager. I beg your pardon. He's the big boss. He's not even that. He's a COO. He's the chief operating officer of all of this. And I appreciate him to bits.
I appreciate you.
Big time. But yes, thank you for watching. Until next time. Cheers.